Okay, so welcome back to a new episode of the Devlog. There have been a few off days as we just finished our very first game. So a little break, a little being busy, honestly, not a break, but we're back. So this one, it is going to be a rocket launching obstacle dodging game. Okay, so for now, basically, the goal would be to take our rocket from this launch pad to this launch pad, a lot of props in the back. Okay, and this actually have been given to us following the course I have been following. So first thing, it was actually fixing some assets, I should say. So fixing some things here and there, some coloring issues, etc. And we're here. And the first day has basically gone in the setting up the environment, setting up the settings, setting up everything, setting up the code, etc. And there's one new thing that I've learned, and that is using input action and learning about namespaces. So in the earlier codes, in the earlier game, there I was only using the Unity engine namespace. But in the documentation, we had to research around a bit, and now we have been starting to use unity.input system, which is basically the input system which we will be using from now on. It basically helps us assign multiple inputs from our side to only do like one single action. Like, of course, we can make multiple things for multiple actions, but there's that. So this allows us to do that, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. So there's that, the basic code. The script name is movement, so movement. After that, we have serialized the input action. Okay, input action is a new thing which we've learned over here, and the name is for now thrust. After that, we are enabling this basically script void on enabled thrust enabled. The thrust, basically the input, is getting enabled. After that, simple code in the update, if thrust is pressed, it will only print you have pressed the thrust in the debug log. So if I go into the game, I press on the play button. Nothing happens for now, as nothing has been done first ever episode. But when I press spacebar, you can see you have pressed the thrust, and it actually keeps on happening if I keep the spacebar pressed. That happens because the thing we learned about time.delta time, basically it is just continuously doing it every frame, every second, all that. So we have to normalize that, I should say, for different devices, etc. But for now, that, and here is where we actually selected the new input. So over here, thrust space. So I can actually, the same thing, we named it thrust over here. Thrust, input action thrust. I could actually just put on another thing for now, for just talking actually. If I put on the name, should be, suppose, boost. It won't do anything. It is not going to be doing anything. But if I actually just add that, the script will load for a second. Okay. That's happening. And after that, we see boost over here. So to boost, I could say, add a binding, and I could select that binding basically. It could be out of a keyboard, out of a mouse, out of a joystick, out of a gamepad, many things, many options. So this is actually, I think, the proper input way that I guess we have been taught now. Earlier, we were using the basic one. So there's that. And that should be it. The first episode, a simple one, nothing big, nothing small, I should say. So there's that. Thank you for watching. We'll continue the streak and bring more devlog episodes. Bye bye. Take care.